It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another episode of the Foolish Show podcast. I am your host, F to the Ish, Foolish, representing reality music entertainment. Sunday night special podcast show, man. Y'all know I give it to you real. We come on here and talk about real life stuff. Because, life is too short for all that nonsense. We like to get to it. We like to talk about real life stuff that we all go through. And tonight's topic, we're going to talk about respecting each other's opinion. Because, everybody has an opinion. But you shouldn't let somebody's opinion affect you so much till you want to hurt them or it's affecting your everyday life. An opinion is not a fact. Everybody has an opinion. If it's a fact, then it'll have things to prove that it's not a lie. So we're going to get into it tonight. We live streaming on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. This is the Foolish Show podcast. Let me get everything lined up, folks. And we're going to rock and roll. Hope y'all having a great weekend. Sunday, everybody relaxing, chilling. You know, ate you a nice Sunday dinner. Now it's time to get some more of this soul food. So tonight's podcast, folks, is going to be about respecting each other's opinion. Everybody's going to have an opinion about something. And we're not going to agree on everything. Some things you just let be. You can't make everybody think like you and have the same beliefs as you. So we're going to get into it in a minute. Give everybody a little time to check in. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, man. Tonight's podcast, respecting each other's opinion. Because everybody has an opinion. You believe something or you like something, you might say something is better than this. I might say, I like this pizza better than that pizza. You might say that pizza I like is nasty. It don't taste good. So we all ain't going to have the same opinions. But we got to respect each other's opinion and not try to kill each other over. Everybody's entitled to believe what they want. Now, as long as they ain't creating no bodily harm, everybody can have their opinion. As long as they ain't trying to hurt, physically attack nobody. We all have opinions. How much do you value everybody's opinion? You should only value the ones that you love and trust. Outside people are going to always have something to say. But the ones that's close to you, you should value their opinion because they're close to you. A lot of people on the outside, they don't really know you. So they just judge it from the outside. But people close to you, that's a different story. But we gotta learn how to respect everybody's opinion. Not get mad, not want to crash out over. Not want to kill that person because they believe in a certain thing or a certain way. Just because you don't agree with it. I might like ketchup on my steak. You don't have to like it. You might not agree with it. But you can't crucify me or kill me because I like ketchup on my steak. I'm just giving y'all an example because I don't like ketchup on my steak. But that was just an example. Some people are going to be different from others. They're going to believe certain things. Some people believe that the world is flat. I can't hate them for believing that, but they have to prove what they're saying is true. So anybody can have an opinion, but you have to have facts to back up your opinion to make it something true. So what somebody think of you is only an opinion. Sonya says, right. Everybody's going to have some kind of opinion of you. Some people might call you ugly. Some people might think you beautiful. I might think you beautiful. The next person might say she's ugly. He don't look good. They have that right to have their opinion. That don't mean it's true. Because all it is at the end of the day is their opinion. It's how they feel, what they think. So everybody's entitled to have their own opinion. We don't have to agree on the same things. Because we're different. Nobody likes the same food. Nobody likes to date the same type of people. Everybody has different preferences. It's all about what you like, what makes you happy. At the end of the day, you're the one dealing with who you're dealing with. So what somebody else has to say, you take it with a grain of salt. Sonia says, and respect their own opinions. Divine Root checking in. So if y'all just tuned in tonight's podcast, we're talking about respecting each other's opinion. Everybody has an opinion about something. You might feel you like the president. They might feel they don't like the president. That don't mean we have to kill each other or go down each other's neck. That's just one topic, one subject. Life must go on. The bills still got to be paid. Everybody's not going to agree on everything. Everybody's not going to have the same beliefs. It's okay to believe in what you want to believe in because you have the right to. But you can't hate somebody or get mad with somebody because they don't agree with you. Alicia says hello. Everybody has an opinion. How much do you value that opinion? Does it matter what all the people on the outside says about you? Are you listening to the outside noise? Are you allowing it to affect your life? Because somebody called you ugly. Because somebody said that you have a bad body. Somebody said you have a big head. Those are all opinions. Other people might not even agree with you. Everybody's not going to always agree with everything. Different topics going to have debates. You're going to be on one side or the other. But at the end of the day, we still can move on. And everybody can still get along. You don't have to hate me for my opinion, for how I feel. That's why, and nobody should hate you because the way you feel. You have the right to feel that way. Alicia says, forget the opinions. Yeah, you can't let the opinions take over your life. Sometimes people allow opinions to affect them so much that they think about it all day. They let it affect their everyday life. They can't function properly because of other people's opinion about you. Opinion is not facts. It's just how a person believes something that they believe. They believe. That don't mean the whole world believes it. It's their beliefs. It's their opinion. Everybody has the right to have an opinion. Karen says, I agree. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's not going to agree on everything. The type of food you like, I might not like it. I might love seafood. You might hate it. That don't mean we have to hate each other because we don't like the same food. We still might have other things in common. So we got to learn in this world and respect everybody's opinion. Just because somebody don't agree with you, that don't mean they're a bad person. And everybody's not going to agree with everything you have to say. But we can respect if that's how you feel. If somebody has an opinion, say, I respect how you feel. And leave it as that. There's no reason to try to kill each other or go at each other's throats, go at each other's necks, because one person believes is different from the other. We still got way more important things to worry about, and that means you have to keep living. Can't let that affect your life. Someone's opinion of you, that don't mean it's facts. Because facts, you got to have proof to back up what you're saying. Opinions are like booty holes. Everybody got one. Everybody have a mouthpiece. So they're going to say what they want to say out their mouth. How you take it is on you. How you allow it to affect your life, that's on you. Some people might think you have ugly kids. Some people might say you don't have too many kids. That's their opinion. That don't mean it's true. And that don't mean you have to go out there and try to shoot them and kill them because they said something about your children. Now, if they try to physically harm them, then you have the right to protect your children. You have that right. But if they're not causing any bodily harm or trying to kill nobody, let them people believe whatever they want. Don't lose no sleep over. Karen says, currently disagree with a friend of mine's living situation, and it is a problem for me to date him because of my opinion of it. And you have that right. If you don't agree with it, you have the right to express your opinion. He has the right to listen or not. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. As long as you ain't hurting nobody and trying to kill nobody. Sonia says, someone's opinion doesn't define you. Absolutely not. As long as you live it, you're going to have people say something bad about you. Even if you're doing good, somebody still find a way to say something bad about you. You could be feeding the homeless, and they could say, well, he's just doing it for show. He ain't doing it from the heart. So even when you're doing good, people still going to talk about you. And you know when you're doing bad, people going to always talk about you. When you get in trouble, they're going to say, you're a troublemaker. Look at all the things he did. Look at all the things she did. Look at her rap sheet. So a person's opinion definitely doesn't define you. That don't mean it's a fact. Everybody has the right to believe what they want. We can't hate them people for that. We can't hate people for not agreeing with you. Because we all ain't agree on the same thing. I might like ketchup on my fries. You might like your fries plain. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Some people like braids and dreadlocks. I like a brush cut. But I don't hate the people that have dreadlocks or braids. That's just not my cup of tea. So you got to let them people just do them. You do you and let other people do them. If that's how they feel, that's what they do, that's what make them happy, God bless you. But we have to learn to respect each other's opinion. Just because somebody says something, everything don't deserve our reaction. Sometimes we feed into all the nonsense and you let people set you up because they want to see you crash out. They want to see you lose your cool, and you let people get under your skin by using words, not by physically touching you, but you let somebody's words have that much power over you. Why let somebody have that much power over you because of something that their opinion is? Nobody said it was facts. It was just something that came out of their mouth. You can't hate people for their opinion. Just respect it. Okay, I respect. That's how you feel. I respect that. We don't have to agree. Because when you're trying to agree with each other, a lot of times it turns into a debate and an argument. And now you're screaming and cussing and arguing at each other. Trying to get each other to come on the other side and agree with me. I want you to say that I'm right. How much value are you putting into other people's opinion about your life? You might say you want to have 3 kids. Your friends say, girl, you should have 1. How much are you going to take consideration of your friend's opinion? At the end of the day, it's your body. You have to carry the baby. You have to take care of it, raise it. So how much value do you give your friends if they were telling you, you just have 1 or 2. You don't need to have 3. Don't have 3 babies. That's their opinion on how many babies you should have. But they ain't going to be the one taking care of. Think about it. How much value are you giving these people opinions? How much say-so will you give somebody in your life? Now, some people, you might value their opinion, like your mother, your father. You might have somebody that mentored you, or someone you even look up to. You might value those people's opinion and what they have to say. You might take it into consideration, what they have to say, because those people mean something to you and they're close to you. But just like the people close to you going to have an opinion, the haters, they're going to have an opinion. And their job is to hate. They might troll you and always talk about you. That don't mean they're right. And that don't mean that it's true. But you're giving them the ammunition when you allow that to affect you. When you allow people's opinion to take over your life. When you let what somebody's saying about you online affect your real life, then you have a problem. Now you're letting them people have an effect on your everyday life where you can't function right. You can't go to work without thinking about what people are saying about you. You can't function right at home around the kids and your significant other because you worry about what everybody done said about you. How much value do you put in that? Everybody's going to always have an opinion, whether it's good or bad. Whether you're doing good things or doing bad things. Somebody's going to have something to say. Everybody with a mouth is going to use it. But don't let the bad things that people say about you affect your life where you cannot function, where you cannot think right. Let's go to the live chat. Y'all leave your comments, man. Tonight's topic, we're talking about respecting each other's opinion. Everybody has an opinion, whether it's good or bad. Karen says sometimes people should consider other people's opinion so they can see the truth. They can do what they want with it, but everybody ain't wrong. Absolutely. It's up to that person to take what somebody's telling them into consideration, or they can ignore it. They have the right to do either one. They have the right to ignore them people, and they have the right to listen. So it's up to that person. We can't make nobody listen to us. We can't make nobody do what we want them to do. It's up to them people to say, you know what? What she's saying and what he's saying, it does make sense. So let me think about it. Let me break it down, what they trying to tell me. Let me digest it. But everybody don't do that. Some people might get out of my face. I ain't trying to hear that BS. Who are you to tell me something? I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Everybody's not going to take everybody's opinion into consideration, which they have their right. There's no law that says you have to listen to somebody. Everybody has their own mind. Everybody has their own way of living and way of thinking. We just have to respect each other's mind. Just because a person don't agree with you, you don't have to hate them. And y'all have to be enemies. You might have other things in common. Y'all might not just agree on that one thing. Or it could be a lot of things that y'all disagree on. That still don't mean you have to hate each other. Everybody's beliefs ain't going to be the same. Sonia says people are quick to judge and don't listen fully. Absolutely. People so quick to judge because we all got an opinion. But the Bible tells us that we don't supposed to judge. There's only one judge, and that's God. But we know we all, as human beings, we do judge people. You will look at somebody and say, oh, they ugly. Oh, they broke. Oh, they rich. Oh, he look like a good person. Oh, she look like a bad person. She look like she crazy. We have an opinion about somebody just by looking at it. So we all guilty of judging people, which we don't supposed to do. We ain't God. We just human beings walking around on this earth until it's your time to go. Nobody's superhuman. Nobody ain't gonna live forever. Everybody gonna get sick one day, and we're gonna leave this world. Respecting each other's opinion, it will go a long way. You don't always have to agree on what somebody is saying. Just say, I respect that. If that's how you feel, that's where you coming from. Okay, that's you. You can have that. You can't be trying to pound in their head and try to get in their head and say, you better listen to me. You gotta agree with me. You gotta listen to what I'm telling you. That ain't gonna work out good. Because you're trying to force somebody to do something. If they want to agree with you, then they're going to agree with you. It's up to them. You can't force it. Respecting each other's opinion will go a long way. Don't hold grudges because somebody has an opinion. Just because they agree with what you had to say about different things, that means y'all have to hate each other. It's just certain things y'all don't have in common. You got to agree to disagree. So we got to learn how to respect each other's mind. Respect where somebody is coming from when they're just giving their opinion. Don't hate them for it and hate them where you want to kill them. I want to kill them now because they said this about my baby. They said this about my child. They said this about my mama. You still can't go out and just kill people over it. Because now you're going to throw your whole life away because of words that came out of somebody's mouth. Now, if they did something to your mama or tried to hurt and harm or take your mama's life, that's another thing. But you allow somebody to have that much effect on your life just by having words that come out of your mouth. So we got to learn just to respect everybody's opinion, folks. Because we all ain't going to go agree on everything. Nobody's the same. Everybody's different for a reason. God made all us different for a reason. So we're not meant to think the same. We don't have the same brain. Everybody has their own unique brain. Everybody has their own life to live. Who am I to anybody else to tell somebody how to live their life? Now, you can try to give me advice and say, I done been there, done that. If I was you, I wouldn't do that. But it's still up to them to listen or not. And even if they don't listen, I'm not going to hate them. Because they have that right to live how they want to live. All I can do is offer you some friendly advice. And maybe you'll take in consideration of some of the things I'm trying to take. Just like when I come on this podcast, I can't make nobody listen to me. I can't make y'all do whatever I'm talking about. I can't get on here and say, live your life like this or date this type of person. You have to live your life how you see fit. I'm just one person. I don't have the last say. I'm just an ordinary human being, another guy. So he says everyone's outcome would be different. Everybody's life is going to be different. Your problems might not be the same problems as mine. My family might not be like yours. Your house might not be big as mine. My house may not be big as yours. You might drive a Chevy. I might drive a Ford. We might have different tastes and different things. But that don't mean we have to hate each other. That don't mean we have to dislike each other because we don't agree on certain things. Some people believe the world is flat and not round. But I ain't going to go around hating, debating, and bashing everybody and say, hey, the earth is flat. If you want to believe the earth is flat, that's you. That's your opinion. If that's what you want to believe. And that's what we have to start doing as human beings. Respecting each other's opinion and letting it be. Don't keep going back and forth over it. Just let it be. I feel this way, you feel that way, and that's how it is. Wash your hands with it and let it be. Move along. Don't dwell on it. I ain't going to get you to agree with me, and you can't get me to agree with you. The best thing to do is to move on. Move on from that discussion. Move on from that topic. Everybody has the right to believe what they want to believe. As long as they're not trying to create no bodily harm to you, no physical harm to you. Words are words. Does words hurt? Yeah, words hurt sometimes. But life hurts. As long as you live it, you're going to deal with pain. You're going to deal with different pain as long as you live. You're going to get heartbroken as long as you live. You're going to have people to disappoint you. You're going to have people that's going to break your heart that you've been dealing with or dating. They might play with your feelings. So as long as you're living, you're going to deal with pain. Pain is a part of life. So sometimes words do hurt. But you have to learn to block it out. Because somebody going to always have something to say about you as long as you're living. Even when you get old, they're going to be like, look at that old man. Look at that old woman. Look at all wrinkled up. So people still going to have an opinion on you even if you live to get old. Think about what I'm telling you. What can you do about it? You got to keep living. You can't focus on what everybody got to say about you. You got to live your life how you see fit and to the best of your ability. Everybody going to have an opinion. They're going to have an opinion on who you should date, what you should do with your money. You go buy a new car, they might say, you crazy. Why would you waste your money on that? Why would you buy a new car? You didn't need no new car. You didn't need that truck. I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have threw my money away. No matter what you do, somebody going to have something to say. But how much do you let that interfere and affect your life is the question. Are you going to stop living because somebody said something about you? Are you going to change your whole life because of somebody's opinion about you? Now, sometimes it's good to listen to others because sometimes we can be stubborn and stuck in our ways that we don't see certain things. Maybe it takes somebody on the outside to tell you. So don't be that stubborn person to say, I don't want to listen to nobody. Because we don't know everything. Somebody really could be trying to tell us something good. But we just so stubborn that we don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. Who is you to tell me something? Who is you to tell me this? That's how certain people are. But that don't mean you too old to listen. Sometimes people try to tell you something that's better for you. It's for the good. Especially older people. Older people that have been here and seen stuff, they got more experience. They done been through more life lessons. So they can tell you different things before it even comes. Because even though our life is different, a lot of us go through the same experiences. It just might be in different ways. So sometimes it's all right to listen to somebody when they're trying to tell you something that's going to better your life. When your mom and dad them tell you certain things, when you get older, they tell you to do this, do that. Treat people good. Whatever they taught you, be respectful, get your education. They were telling you that for the good, not for the bad. They weren't telling you that to hurt you. Sometimes we got to stop being so stubborn and listen. Listen sometimes when other people tell us stuff. Even though you don't have to. You have the right to ignore them people. Because at the end of the day, that's their opinion. You don't have to value everybody's opinion. But sometimes it's all right to listen because we don't know everything. The more you live, the more you're still going to learn. You think you know it all because you're in your 40s? You think you know it all because you're in your 30s? You think you know it all because you're 50 or 60? As long as you're living, you're going to still learn because you haven't experienced everything in life. And you haven't experienced death yet because you're alive. Everybody's going to have an opinion, whether it's good or bad, about you or what you're doing, how you carry yourself. They might not like the way you talk. They might not like your slang. They might not like the way you dress. They might say you can't dress. You got no swag. You got no dress code. They might say your clothes is ugly. Now it's up to you to change your wardrobe or you to say, I'm going to be me. I don't care if you like it or not. This is me. See, everybody has that right to live however they want to live. Just try to do things the right way. Just try to make the best decisions. because some things will come back in the long run to bite you. In the long run, it will come back to bite you. So you still have to watch what you do, what you say. There is the power in the tongue. You can speak certain things in your life. You can speak good stuff and you can speak bad stuff in your life. So you still have to be careful what you say. The power of the tongue is true. You can sit there and wish death on somebody and wish that evil happened and bad stuff happened to somebody. And before you know it, you'll end up dying or bad stuff or start happening to you. You reap what you sow, which means what goes around comes around. That's why you want to give out positive energy so all that positive energy can come back. That's why you want to help people and bless people so the blessings can come back. Even if it don't come back while you're living, God is watching. So you'll get your blessings from him. If human beings don't do nothing for you, God will bless you for all your good deeds. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. You might not get a pat on the back or a trophy all the time when you do something good. The way you live is the way you live. Your life is your life. You're responsible for your own actions. Everybody has an opinion about something. Everybody might not agree on politics, religion, what you should eat, what you should put on social media. People might say you shouldn't post that. But that's what you want to post. Knock yourself out. Because you have that right. You have that right to put whatever you want to put on your page. People might find it offensive, or they might not agree with it. But I say, don't look at it. If you don't like it, don't look at it. Block it or block them. They have the block button. You don't have to look at certain stuff. If it makes you that mad, stop looking at it. Don't pay it no attention. Sonya says, karma comes back 10 times fold. You better believe it. That's why you got to watch not only what you do, you got to watch what you say. Because the words that come out of your mouth can come back to haunt you. You wish all this bad on other people and try to speak it in their life, you end up speaking it in your own life. Karma is real. What goes around comes around. How you treat somebody is the same way you're going to be treated. If you're going around mistreating people, what kind of life you think you're going to have? You don't think your deeds is going to catch up with you sooner or later? Sooner or later, everything comes to the head. Don't hate nobody for their opinion. Don't hate nobody for how they look. We all are different. God made us that way. God gave us different colors, different sizes, short, small, big, tall. God made all us different. We have to embrace that. That don't mean you're a bad person because I don't look like you or you don't look like me. At the end of the day, we still got red blood pumping through our veins. We all still got a heart, lungs. We all have the same body parts. Eyeballs, mouth, chin. We got the same body parts. Don't let somebody's opinion affect your life, especially when you know it ain't true. If you know they're just saying it to get you mad, then don't give them that ammunition. Don't give them that gratitude of getting under your skin. Walk around here and you can't function and you can't think because it's what somebody think about you, their opinion. Or you want to kill them because of something they said. No matter what they say, it shouldn't drive you to the point of want to take nobody's life. Words are words. We all have the right to speak. If you don't like what somebody's saying, then don't listen. Don't give it your attention. Don't give them people your ears. Don't give them people your time. Why you keep watching and listening to something that you don't agree with and you don't like? That don't make sense. If I don't care for it, I ain't paying it no attention. I'm not gonna sit there all day and let that stuff be stuck in my brain. It might be somebody out there say, I don't like black people. I don't like black men. I'm not gonna sit around and worry about who like black people or not. I still got a life to live. I cannot let that affect me. I still got people to feed. I still have things to do. That's just somebody's opinion. If that's how they feel, God bless you. I won't lose no sleep over it because that's your opinion. Don't let all these people's opinion get under your skin where it starts affecting your everyday life where you can't function. Or you might be having crazy thoughts in your head of taking your life because of what people are telling you. You got to be stronger than that. Don't let the outside noise drive you insane. Live your life how you want to live it. If people don't agree with it, that's them. They want to call you names, that's them. That don't mean you allow it to affect everything that you're doing. That don't mean you give it more gasoline on that fight. Because they want it to get to you. They want you to get mad. They want you to get mad. Because then they know they got an effect on you. And you're showing it through your emotions of anger. You don't gave them the fuel that they wanted because now they know I done got to her him. Look how she acting. Look how he acting. He mad now. I got him. You're giving people that pleasure of saying, I got you. If you're allowing what they say to affect your life. You're allowing them people to take control of your life. You're allowing them people to affect your everyday movement because you can't function because you're still worried about what they done said. What name they done called you. Everybody gonna have an opinion. I don't care how good you're doing. All the rich people in the world still get criticized. Everybody don't bow down and praise their feet. There's a lot of rich people in prison and jail. Everybody ain't gonna get praised all the time. Everybody ain't gonna have something good to say about you all the time, even if you're doing something good. That's just the way the world works. As long as you're here, you're gonna go through stuff. Somebody gonna say something about you that you ain't gonna like. How do you react? How much power do you give it? Do you allow that to affect your everyday life to where you can't function and you can't live how you want to live because somebody else's opinion is in your head? Don't give people that validation of getting to you, controlling your emotions. They're controlling your emotions because you're allowing them to affect you and it gets you upset. By words that they're saying, it's affecting you. It done got you out your element. Even got you out your character because somebody's opinion. You got to be stronger than that. You got to be bigger than that. Somebody want to talk, let them talk. If they ain't doing that physically to you, you just keep on trucking. You keep on rolling. You keep on going. Don't let everybody's opinion bring you down. because they said something that you don't agree with, or they said something that you don't like. Everybody ain't meant to agree on everything because we different. We all look different. We talk different. We act different. So, of course, we're going to have different opinions. We're not going to come to agreement on everything. Some things we can agree on. Some things we may not. That don't mean we can't let bygones be bygones and still live in harmony, still live in peace. That don't mean there has to be a war because one person don't agree with the other. So tonight's podcast, we're talking about respecting each other's opinion. You might not like what somebody says, but just respect it. I respect it. That's how you feel. I don't agree with you, but I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to argue to the grave about this. I got to move on with my life. That's what you got to tell yourself. Never give people that satisfaction of having that much effect on your life, getting under your skin, making you so mad that you can't function no more. No matter what you do in life, somebody gonna have something to say about you, whether it's good or bad. They might say some of the worst things. They might talk about your sickness. They might talk about your looks. They might talk about your children that you gave birth to. They might talk about your mom and dad who helped bring you into this world. But that don't give you a reason to go kill them or go hurt them. That's those people's opinion. You don't have to value their opinion. You don't have to listen to a word that they say. You can tune that out and block that out and go on about your life. You don't have to listen to those people. You don't have to listen to what everybody tell you or what they saying about you. Even if they saying bad stuff, you still don't let it affect you. Excuse me, y'all. Don't let people's life affect you that much. Just because they had something to say about you. Everybody gonna have something to say about you. Even when you get a lot of money, they're gonna have something to say about you. Even when you get a new car, they're gonna have something to say about you. When you move in your new big house, they're gonna have something to say about you. If you go to church or don't go to church, they're gonna have something to say about you. You move into a new neighborhood, the neighbors, they're gonna have something to say about you. You start a new job, your co-workers, they're gonna have something to say about you. That's just the way of the world, folks. Everybody gonna always have an opinion. How much do you value those people's opinion? Karen says exactly. How much are you going to allow those people to affect you, your family, and your life? Most important, how much are you going to let these people allow these people to affect your happiness? You letting them steal away your joy because of words that came out of their mouth. Why give people that pleasure? Just because something they said. Karen says they had plenty to say about me being a tyrant reader. And I don't care. I don't blame you, Karen. I don't blame you. Because it's your life. If you want to read cards, if you want to play cards, if you want to flip cards, if you want to take cards and put them in the pile and burn them, you have that right. As a human being, you have the right to live and do what you want to do. As long as you're not bringing any physical harm and trying to take nobody's life. You have the right to live how you want to live. Whether people like it or not, whether they agree with it or not. Because everything has consequences. If you're doing something you ain't got no business doing, the karma will come back on that. As the old folks say, you'll get what's coming to you. You'll get whatever's coming to you. If you're doing wrong, even if you're doing it in the dark. Even if we're doing it in the dark, folks. Because a lot of times we think because we don't get caught, that we don't got away with it. Sooner or later, all your dirt, all your wrongdoings, it come back on you. It might happen when you die. You might get some of it while you live. But you really reap what you sow. Even when you think you done got away with it. You might know a situation where somebody might took somebody's life or killed somebody and they never got caught. But never think that that person got away with it, because they're going to get their punishment. But they done got it if they don't pass away. Because at the end of the day, we all got to go see the judge. When you check out from here, you got to go see the real judge. So everything you do will come back on you. What we do while we walk in this earth, it can come back on you later. Certain things you might think you're getting away with, God sees everything. We can't run and we can't hide from God. Somebody gonna always have something to say about you. They might have something to say about your family. They might say your family's stupid. They might say your family ugly. They might call your family poor and broke. So what? Those are just words. You and your family just keep on living and enjoying each other. If that's the way they feel, God bless. They'll be all right. Don't let that affect you. Don't let somebody's opinion break up your family. You're going to have people say, if I was you, I wouldn't marry that man. If I was you, I wouldn't date her. Only you know how much you care about that person, how much you love that person. They are not inside your body. They don't know your true feelings. The way you feel is how you feel. So you have the right to do what you want to do, or you can take those person's opinion into consideration. You might say, you know what? She got a point. The stuff she's saying, he don't treat me right. He do always cuss me out. He have put his hands on me. So maybe you might want to consider somebody's opinion if you think some of it is true. But if you know if it ain't no truth in it, why give it your time and energy? Why even entertain it? Think about what I'm telling you. We got to learn as a society to respect everybody's opinion. I might not like everything you say. I might not like everything that you eat. I might not like what you drink. But I don't have the right to hate you because I don't agree with your lifestyle. I might not choose to be your best friend. We don't have to be buddy-buddy. But I don't wish no harm upon you. I don't wish no wrong things in your life because I don't agree with certain things. That's called respecting somebody's opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but you don't have to hate them either. You don't have to agree with everything I say on the podcast. Just respect it. Everybody ain't going to agree with everything you have to say. Because at the end of the day, who are you? We're not Jesus Christ or nobody. Well, the whole world has to listen to us. You ain't that special. We all just human beings walking on this earth. How much time and energy are you going to give somebody else's opinion? Are you really going to let it affect and take over your life? There's going to come times in life where you're going to encounter different interactions with people You're going to meet people growing up. They're going to do some things and say some things to you that you might not agree with. They might say some hurtful stuff. They might call you all type of names. But they always told me, it ain't what somebody call you, it's what you answer to. So if you know you're not what they calling you, then don't worry about it. They may call you a whore, a slut, a beast. If you know in your heart you ain't no whore, you ain't no slut, then why you worrying about it? Don't waste your energy trying to prove to them you ain't no whore. Don't try to argue to the death and say, I ain't no hoe. If you ain't no hoe, then you know it because you the one that living your life. Why are you going back and forth with the people about your own life? You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. They want to feel like that about you, that's them. That don't mean the whole world thinks you that. That's just somebody's opinion. Everybody ain't gonna drink out the same coffee cup. Everybody ain't gonna have the same beliefs and agree on all the same things. You might like things that I don't like. That don't mean we have to hate each other or dislike each other. We still can be cool. We ain't got to be the best of friends. We don't have to hang out and talk every day. But we don't have to be enemies either. Just because we don't agree with different topics. That's called respecting each other's opinion. A lot of the problem with this world is people get mad at people because of their opinion. And you allow it to start affecting your life. Charlie Kirk got killed because he was going around saying things that a lot of people ain't agree with. There's no reason to take nobody's life because they saying stuff out of their mouth that you don't agree with. Who are you to take somebody's life just because they saying something that you? So what if somebody kill you for some of the stuff that come out of your mouth? You might have said something that somebody didn't like in your life. You don't say something that they say, no, I don't agree with you on that. What if they killed you and took your life? Just think about it. It's not that serious. It's not worth it. Let them people have their opinion. Don't let it bother you. Because you should know your own truth because you live it. What somebody's saying about you, what name they calling you, you only what you answer to. If the shoe fit where, if you know that shoe don't fit on your foot, then don't worry about it. Just keep it moving. Keep your life going. Don't let them people have that much effect on you. Where they don't got under your skin and you can't even function every day because that stuff is on your brain. And you want to prove to them what they saying ain't true. Sometimes you got to let them people have it. You want to think that, then so be it. You're not going to affect my sleep. You're not going to affect my life. That's the mentality you should have. Don't let people have that much power over your feelings and your emotions, allowing you to get so upset because something they said out of their mouth. Words. Anybody can say words. As long as they got a mouth, they can speak and they can talk. That don't mean everything that come out of our mouth is true. A lot of people say a lot of false things. That's how rumors get spread, because people tell lies. A lie don't care who tell it. So of course people are going to tell lies and they're going to speak truth. Everybody ain't going to tell the truth. Some people going to tell lies. Why do you worry about a lie if it ain't true? You don't give it your time and energy. You don't even entertain it. You laugh at it because you know it ain't true. So if you want to spread lies about me and that makes you sleep better, God bless you. I know the truth because I live it. That's the mentality you should have. You know what you do. You know how you operate. You know how your life is set up. Most people don't know what you got going on behind closed doors. They only can judge you for what they see or what they see you doing on social media. They might develop an opinion about you just from looking at you. That don't mean they know you. That don't mean what they saying about you is true. Because at the end of the day, they really don't know you. They're on the outside looking in. They ain't walk a mile in your shoes. They don't know what you done been through. They don't know all the stuff you done seen. They don't know what you had to endure. They don't know all the pain that goes through your body. They don't know all the nights that you can't sleep because they're not there. Respect each other's opinion. Don't hate each other because you don't agree. Don't hold grudges against one another just because you don't agree on certain things. Everybody has that opinion, have an opinion, and has the right to have that opinion. They can think however they want to think. That don't mean it's true. So if there ain't no truth in it, then ignore it. If you know that people ain't telling the truth, why are you getting so upset? If you know people telling lies and false stuff about you, why are you still giving it your time and energy? Why even entertain it? Why are you going back and forth about what somebody's opinion about you is? What point are you trying to prove? You ain't gonna make everybody agree with you. You're not gonna make everybody like you. All you can do is live and do you. If other people don't like it, then so be it. Long as you can sleep good at night, that's all that's important. That's all that matters. Long as you're able to sleep good and live with the things that you're doing in your life, that's all that matters. But we're going to wind this podcast show on down, folks. Gave y'all a Sunday night special. But let me put this banner on the screen. Y'all make sure y'all support the movement, man. Right there on the bottom of the screen, man. Use your phone and scan that code. That is the official reality music entertainment merchandise, man. Go ahead and support the movement. Place your orders. We got hoodies, beanies, fitted caps, snapbacks. You name it, we got it. For the ladies and men, t-shirts, V-necks, joggers, tights, sweats, dog chains, doggy tags, towels, sheets, blankets. You name it, we got it. The official reality music entertainment merchandise. Right there on the bottom of your screen. Scan that barcode and it will take you to the official reality music entertainment store. Place your orders. We got a special going on, 30% off. All you got to do is put in the key code and you'll see it once you click on the page. So get you a discount and get you some good, nice stuff. Get your official Foolish Podcast merchandise. We got podcast t-shirts, hoodies, right there on the bottom of the screen. Take a picture. Scan that code. You're going to find something that you like. And if you like this podcast, that's how you support. Support the movement. It's not about money for me. It's just about spreading love. Everybody vibing, speaking how they feel, but getting along. No problems, no hate, no fighting. It's all about living in harmony and peace. Because life is already hard. And you know we're going to leave here one day. So why live life like that when you can be happy? So enjoy life. Respect each other's opinion, folks. That was tonight's podcast. Y'all be safe. Hope y'all have a great, blessed week. Let's have a great week, y'all. Hope y'all get everything you want this week. Hope you stay safe. One love. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I'll be back on the air. at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all tune in tomorrow, 8 p.m. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers. This is the realest podcast show because we talk about real life stuff. We don't come on here and gossip about celebrities. We don't come in here and gossip about he say, she say. We talk about what all of us is dealing with while we live. Y'all stay safe. I'm out. One love, everybody.